Hello everyone and welcome to I am MS Excel Expert tutorial series. Today is day 31 and today we'll be working on conditional formatting macro. So basically this is a previous videos file, so I'll just delete this particular button. And in this particular video I'll be showing a VBA code, or basically record a macro for you people, where you will repeat the conditional formatting for a set of range. Right, so as of now you can see over here we have a couple of things yellow here, so I'll just clear that. And for example, in this particular selection I want to make sure that two conditional formatting are over here. The first one is I want to actually highlight a cell which is having a value which is less than 40. I want to do that with a format, and that should have a cell color of yellow. So here you can see these yellow highlighted cells are actually having value less than 40. The second one which I want over here is to create a new rule for duplicate values. Right, for that I want red. So here you can see these values are actually duplicate, right? So these are the two conditional formatting which I want. I'll just clear them as of now. Now I want to have this using a macro or a VBA code. Basically, I want to create a one single button which will perform this task for any set of data which I keep on adding over here, for example, right? Now, having a conditional formatting, the code is a bit difficult. So for that, we'll just record a macro and we'll utilize that record macro language to further enhance and create a VBA language for that, right? So I'll just create a macro with a shortcut key of Control Shift plus Q, and in that I'll just go there and select this range and perform the conditional formatting over here, the same which I just showed it to you. The first one is to have a cell highlighted in yellow which is having less than 40, value less than 40. The second one is to have a duplicate value highlighted in red. Right, so now these two things I want, and now I can stop the macro. I'll just go back here, stop the macro. So as of now we must be having a language for the macro which perform this particular conditional formatting. So we'll just go and have a look at that macro. So if you see here, so this is the language which we have from recorded macro. So, and it has a shortcut of Control Shift and Q. So for example, if I go back here and clear the formatting, then if I just go back and clear the formatting, the formatting has been cleared. And now if I click Control Shift and Q, which is the shortcut to perform that macro, it should actually perform that task over here. So yeah, right, so it is actually performing. So I just click the Control Shift Q on my keyboard and the conditional formatting is back. So that means the macro has been recorded perfectly. I'll clear it. I'll enhance the macro and the language so that we'll have a button over here. So let me add the button which will perform the same task for you, and let me write it, let's say conditional formatting macro. It's a new one. I'll just go back there and change the name of the button. Right, now if I go back to my VBA, here my new subcode has started which has the conditional formatting name. I'll be using this particular range. So before that I want to make sure that my range is actually accurate. So I'll just first copy this and paste it over here, and then I can either delete this data because I don't really want it. Now from here, new set of my code, I'll just start with activate worksheet. Oh sorry, active workbook. I'll just activate it, right? So that means my particular exercise workbook is now activated. So here, for example, I know that my range would be, let's say, from here till row 17. So I know that my range will start from J4 till L 17. So in this case, for example, if I know my range, that going forward I'll be adding set of data below this table, then, and I know that will be till row 17. So in this case I can have a range from J4 till L17. So in this case I know this range is not going to be fixed, so I'll just add here active workbook dot worksheets, and I'm talking about exercise worksheet, where my range would be, sorry, my range would be starting from, let's say, J4 till L17, and I want to select this, right? So that means in my second line of code I am actually selecting this, what we have as of now on the screen. That means I am selecting a range from J4 till L17. So in this case, the moment I have this selection ready, I want macro to perform this conditional formatting code till here. That means first it will highlight any cell which is actually having less than 40 value, and the second it will actually highlight in red any duplicate value, right? The moment this is done, I want to make sure that I am back to cell J4 or J1. That's it. This is what we have to do for this macro, right? So writing this particular code, sometime you don't remember one part or the other part, so it's better to actually record a macro and then utilize that, right? So let's do a test here. And one thing I want to highlight here, that these values which are actually blank over here till 17, I think as per the macro they will again be highlighted in yellow. The reason being, as of now, since we are actually telling this particular macro that highlight anything which is having value less than 40. So since we do not have any value over here, it will be treated as 0. So the moment I just hit this particular button, it will actually perform the task from cell J4 till L17. So let's do that. So let me click here. So the moment I clicked over here, you can see that my cell is now at J1. That means the task has been performed. And over here, whosoever value is actually duplicated is highlighted in red, and the one which is having value less than 40 is in yellow. So you can always modify it whenever you want. And if you have any questions regarding this particular video, then please write in the comment section. I'll reply back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.